For years, everyone around me kept talking about the same thing: going abroad, seeing the world, trying something bigger. I still remember those days, having those discussions with my friends, and all of them had big dreams in their minds, and almost nobody acted on it. This video is about what happens when you actually do act, and why most people end up asking questions too late. I'm going to share one real decision from my life. One real decision. And then three lessons. Three lessons that explain why action separates people more than talent ever does. The story is from my early career when I was young. I would not say young, younger. I remember those days. I remember many of my friends, when we used to talk, they used to say, I wish I used to get to visit Western countries one day. I want to go to US, UK. If I'm able to study there, just want to understand how it is like if you go there and study, how the education system is in the Western countries. Some of them were hoping to start earning in the Western countries. They wanted to see how the job culture, the job market and everything works in these different countries. And we used to have those discussions at the time. I was not too keen in those days to come, outside the country. I was happy whatever I was doing. I ended up being in a different country now in the US, but I was not too keen. But I remember a lot of my friends were really keen to do that. And not all of them were from the same educational background. Some of them were in totally different background than what I had. But they had that dream. They had that dream that I want to visit outside India. I want to visit and see how different cultures are. I still remember some of my friends saying, I wish I can just visit there for, if it's not for say 2 years or 3 years, even if it is like 3 months or 6 months, it would be great for me. I wish I'm able to do that because I want to just explore how it works, how the life is there. And the way it happened later, I decided that, I want to go because of the circumstances that came. I decided, I want to move to a different country if the location constraint is holding my career back. And that's why I applied, did all the procedures, and started studying in the US. At that time, it was not a big deal, at least for them or me as well. But few years back when I visited India and I was talking with some of them, I happened to be friends with some of them till now, which is great. It's always good to have, your friends for a long time. And when I was talking with them, they said, you really made a good decision. You are so lucky. You are so lucky that you are able to work in a country for which there are a lot of people have dreams for. How did you make it work? Can you please help me get a job in US? Can you please help me start a business in US? Or I'm okay with different countries as well. It can be Canada, Australia as well. But can you please help me do that? And I just thought at the moment, I still remember, I just thought at the moment, what if they had taken an action at the time when they were talking about this so many years back? because they are still saying the same thing. But now the things have changed, because now when I was talking with them that, if you want to go and if you are to go to a different country, the way it worked for me was, it was because I studied in that country. I gained the skills which are required to be better. So I said, why not give it a try? You can go in any country that you feel like, not only US. I said you can go to a country that you feel like is a good one for your future, and take a degree there or do some education there, and then you have your options to grow. But then they said, no, that is not an option now. That is not an option now. Why? Because they said, I'm not in my 20s now. I'm in my 30s now. Because I'm in my 30s, it's difficult for me to go back to studies. The study thing is done for us. No more studies. We just want to do job or business. Just tell us how to do it. And then I thought, so many years back, they could have, when they were in their 20s and just talking about it, could have taken the action and studied. Now that option is gone. So you are reducing your options as you are growing up, but the dream was and is still there. And when they say you are so smart, you are so talented, you are so intelligent, I just feel the difference wasn't talent. It wasn't intelligence. It was the timing and the action I took. Why? Because that time was important when I did that. I could not have done it 10 years later. Now let's talk about 3 things, 3 lessons that I feel I learned from this and would be useful for you as well. Number 1, talking feels like a progress, but it isn't. When we are talking about it, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to be successful, I want to go to US, I want to go to Australia, I want to go to Canada, I want to do studies, I want to start a business. It feels like we are doing something, but it's not actually a progress if you are just doing that talking for a long period of time without taking any action. Number 2, timing matters more than certainty. As I said, the timing mattered because when I did it so many years back, I could come here, study, do extra degree, learn, acquire the skills and get better. For them, now they are saying it's difficult to come back and study now. They have your family and everything. So that timing matters more than the certainty. And 3, regret is more expensive than failure. Hear that again. Regret is more expensive than failure. In life, I can, if you are, a student or you are early career professional, remember this. You are not going to feel bad about the failures that you are going to have in life, but you will absolutely, feel so bad of the regret that you could not do it. You did not give a chance for that to succeed, because the failure closes one door, but the regret keeps all the doors closed, all of them closed. So it's better. Give it a try. Fine if it's a failure. At the end, comment one thing you have been postponing for too long now. You know it. One thing that you have been postponing for so long. And comment it not for me, for yourself. Because when you are going to write it, you will understand that I need to take action on it. If you don't take action on it, you are going to have that regret and not a failure.